Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a few items that I have on my baby registry list. I've always known I wanted to be a mum, so way before I got pregnant, I did a bunch of research on baby registry items, and part of that research was searching on YouTube and just going through all other people's videos and see what they put on their registry and why they added them and why they left out some stuff. So I thought I would come on here and share you what I put on my registry and why I left certain things off. I tried to make a list that was fairly minimal but still practical. I want to be able to support my baby in whatever it needs, but I don't want to buy a bunch of things that I won't end up using. And then another thing to save money is I got a bunch of these things, actually almost all of it secondhand. The only thing we bought new was the car seat, and that's just because you should not buy that secondhand just out of safety reasons. But even that we bought during a sale, so we didn't pay full price for it. So I have a section with stuff that I didn't add to the list, but one thing that I will mention right now is that I didn't add any clothes. That is because I feel like throughout your pregnancy you'll find stuff and people will gift you clothes, and also, you don't need that many clothes, especially in the beginning, so I asked ChatGPT to give me a minimalist baby clothing item list, and I tried to stick to it and not go over it, but we still have a couple more months to go, so I might not make it. But as of right now, I really did not put any clothes on the list. I think it's just so easy to add them on later, and the stores aren't going anywhere. In case I need something extra, I can just pop into the store and get an extra onesie or whatever I need. The first thing that was on my list that was very important to me was reusable diapers and reusable wipes, especially reusable diapers. I wanted something that was clean, that didn't have a bunch of chemicals in it, and reusable is just the way to go, especially if you look at prices of everything. It's only going up, and why would you waste it on disposable diapers if you could spend that money on something else that might be more useful? So the reusable diapers that I actually got are from a brand that I researched really thoroughly, but I do think that it really depends on the way you want to raise your kids and the way you want to run your household while you have kids. So I don't think reusable diapers are the way to go for everyone, but I definitely think it's the best choice for me. And if you're doing reusable diapers, might as well add the wipes as well, because you're doing a laundry load anyway, might as well add those wipes as well. The brand that I chose fit my needs really well, and I then looked secondhand and found a mum who has always followed the guidelines of washing those diapers from the website. So they were really clean. I looked through every single diaper and it was really clean, and I paid like half of the original price, which is already fairly cheap if you compare it to disposable diapers. So I feel like I got a great bargain out of that. Then for feeding, this is again very personal to whatever you would like to do and whatever is possible for you, but I would like to go the breastfeeding route all the way. So I do not plan on pumping. That is my original idea. So I don't have any pumps or anything that I added to the list. The only thing that I did add were milk catchers and a haakaa for when you're breastfeeding on one side. You can attach that on the other side, but you don't really have to use the suctioning. You can just attach it, and then I can still use that breast milk for diaper creams and stuff like that, or a breast milk bath or whatever. For sleep, I really wanted to do some type of co-sleeping. However, I did not want to get something that was only meant to be used as a co-sleeper. So I looked a long time, and I did spend a bit more money than you might typically have to on a co-sleeper. But I got a co-sleeper that is actually meant for 0 to 4 years old, which is a very long time. It has so many options. You can lift it up, down, you can attach it to the bed, but you can also just use it as a crib. And most importantly, you can remove the legs and use it as a floor bed, which is for me the next logical step after co-sleeping. So being able to use that same co-sleeper as a floor bed is the best money-saving hack for me. So for care and bathing, the one thing that I was really interested in was a nail file. I really like the idea of filing nails rather than clipping them, because babies are so tiny and fragile, but they do move a lot, and I don't want to cut their fingers when I'm clipping their nails. So I found a nail file that I really liked, and then I went on to secondhand places like Marktplaats in the Netherlands. I found someone who was giving the exact one that I wanted away for free. They're not really that expensive. I think they go for like 15 euros, but being able to get it for free is a really good deal. The next thing that I added was a baby bouncer, and I wasn't really planning on adding this. I put it on the list for myself, for things that I would like to have in case there's some type of money left over or someone wants to buy an extravagant gift, but it's not really something that I thought was fully necessary. But I looked up everything that I put on my list. I looked everything up on Marketplace and stuff like that, and I found a really good deal. So I got a baby bouncer because I think it's just comfortable to set your baby down in. I don't know, when you need to take a shower and there's no one else, you know, just in case. Talking about showers, another thing that I got was a baby bath support, because babies are small and when they're wet they're really slippery. It forms a little to the baby but not too much, and it can grow with your baby a little. So, and instead of a changing pillow, I decided to get a couple changing mats, because in my experience you just change the baby wherever you are, and I don't really want to go to the place where all the stuff is to change the diaper. I just added really simple changing mats that are easily cleaned and small and compact, and you can just wash them easily, rather than a pillow that is in one fixed spot. You can't take it anywhere, so it's just for when you're at home, and then you need to clean that off as well. It's annoying. So I didn't get that. I got 2 changing mats instead. Then on the go items. We don't really live a life where we're at home all the time. We're either fully at home for a long time or we're constantly on the road. So on the go items are definitely necessary. Obviously we needed a car seat. I got one that is for ages 0 through 4 years old. I was planning on getting one for 0 through 12 years old. However, those are generally less safe, and one thing that I did not want to miss out on was a chair that can move 360 degrees. We got one. We actually tried it in the car already, and I'm really excited about it. Then another thing you really need on the go is a stroller. There are so many strollers, and I think it really depends on your preference and where you live and what you plan on doing with the baby, what kind of stroller you need. But I found a stroller that I really loved. All strollers are expensive. All baby items are expensive. This is still my favorite deal that I found so far. The stroller that is generally like a couple €100. I found it on Marketplace, and the people were leaving the country really soon. So if we were able to pick it up by a certain date, we could get it for really cheap. And so I got a stroller for €10, which is insane. €10. I definitely recommend just going onto Marketplace. You never know what you'll find, and a €10 stroller will forever be one of my prized possessions. Then one thing that is definitely just because of the life we live that I put on the list is hearing protection. It's one of the things I looked for well, not first, but definitely sooner rather than later. Hearing protection was definitely something that we needed for when the baby is going to a show with us and they're rehearsing, or when the baby is in the studio with Conrad because he likes to have the baby there. Whenever, really. Just hearing protection, it's important. Then another car item is I really want a car camera. There are so many types of different mirrors. We actually got one for free with the car seat, but I don't like the idea of a mirror. The main reason that I didn't like a mirror and chose a camera over a mirror on the Baby Registry is because we often travel when it's dark, especially after a show. So if you have a mirror, you won't be able to see the baby really well. And with the car camera, you can put it in night mode and still see the baby very clearly. So that was something that was very important to me. So that was definitely a must for the Baby Registry. And then the last item that I thought was really important was a carrier / wrap / both. I plan on baby wearing a lot. And so I put a wrap on the list and a carrier, because in the newborn stages, you can't really use a carrier, or you need to get a specific newborn carrier, which is, in my opinion, just a waste of money, because honestly I don't know how much I'd be going out in the beginning. I don't really think it's much, and if it is, then I would rather have that money spent on a wrap that I can use at a newborn stage, but also when it's a bit older. A carrier specifically because we do tend to be on the road a lot, and then having to switch back and forth between carrying and putting down, and also when you're changing, it's easy to just, take out and put back in, or click on really quickly. If you go into the grocery store, I don't know if you're bringing your stroller, but if you want to bring your carrier, or when you're at the airport, it's just easier to have a carrier. And very big plus of the carrier that I put on the list was that it has a kind of seat, but it's also some type of bag. You just put it around your waist. You can also use that without the carrier, and that way the baby or child even is a bit supported, and you can even use it to breastfeed if you're just using that seat part. And it's awesome because you can also add like a diaper and changing mat. It's really big. Well, as far as I've seen, it's big and useful, and so that was something that I definitely wanted to add to the list. A couple things that I didn't add to the list were, of course, clothes. Another thing that I didn't add was a diaper bag. I think it's so stupid to just get a bag that is specifically made for when you have a diapering baby, because, you know, we accumulate bags so easily. So I would rather get a bag that I can use for diaper changing, but I can also use before and after that. I almost don't want to mention this, but I also didn't add a wipe warmer. Some people love it and swear by it. Others hate it and say it's a waste of money. I think it's kind of stupid. And also, when you're on the road, you can't bring your wipe warmer with you anyway. So what are you wanting your baby to get used to? Wipe warmer? No wipe warmer? Make a choice. Another thing I didn't add is a baby monitor. The thing is, I plan on co-sleeping and baby wearing the baby a lot, so I don't really think it's necessary as of right now. I might change my mind, but I doubt it. Another thing I didn't add, which is actually quite logical, is a bottle sterilizer. That's mainly because I don't plan on bottle feeding. Last thing that I didn't put on the list are toys, because in the beginning babies don't need toys, and there is just one specific brand of toys that I really like, which is a toy subscription, but you get to keep the toys that I really like, and that's just the one. But I'm still debating whether it's a luxury or not, because toys accumulate really quickly as well. I am still leaning towards it. It's the same place that I love the playmat from. Is it necessary? Overall, I just really wanted to get the items on the list that I think I will definitely use, and not put stuff on the list that I think I won't use, or just in case, because stores aren't going anywhere. If I really do need it, then I can always get it, and maybe I find a new creative solution for it instead. So that's my baby registry. Some of these items are not cheap. Some of these items are cheap if you get them secondhand. I tried to keep it minimal and especially practical. I hope you liked hearing about what I put on the baby registry and why. If you already have a baby, then definitely let me know what you think, what's useful that's on this list. And also let me know if there is an item that I didn't add on the list, or said that I wouldn't add, that you thought was really useful. I am always open to hearing other people's opinion. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.